Hello and welcome to the highlights of the Women in Construction event brought to you by Tilbury Douglas. I had the chance to chat to 6 women from a range of different departments about what they get up to, so let's get into it. Well, I'd love to know more about your roles. You know, what does a typical day look like?
I have a big team of people that I normally look after, so it's about visiting them and visiting their sites and ensuring that we're delivering the best quality work for South West Water.
Yeah, and what about for you?
Well, typically we start on site probably about 7:30 in the morning. We do inductions, we run through the programme, we monitor health and safety, progress. Every day is different because no job is ever the same.
And what sort of drew you to your roles initially?
I just found that I had a strong ability in maths, so I looked at the different careers that you could go into, and I've actually got an electrical engineering background, so that really seemed to spark my interest, well, literally spark my interest.
To actually to be part of something that you leave behind, it's like a legacy, you know. I've actually been to the hospital I've built. The children go to the school that I built for them, you know, and so that in itself was just like part of who I am. It's like nice to leave something behind, you know, and create.
Yeah, and be part of that legacy. It must feel really rewarding, I guess.
Yeah, extremely.
What about the on-site culture? Do you think that's sort of changed over time?
Oh yeah, drastically. Yeah, no, I've been in the industry for nearly 20 years now, and it's a stark difference from where I started.
Any advice for women considering a career in on-site construction?
Oh, do it. You won't regret it.
Women in construction change the dynamics of it as well.
Now we're going to be talking about working in the office, and I'm joined by 2 new guests. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. So could you introduce yourselves and your role at Tilbury Douglas?
So hi, I'm Nikki. I'm a material buyer for Tilbury Douglas Construction. So I cover the southern region, which is from like the Midlands South. It's about 30 live sites. Day-to-day transactional tends to be focused mostly on site setup and safety commodities, but like in the wider scope of the role, you have to work closely with the site teams and commercial bods such as Serena, and just ensure that the money that we spend as a company on materials and services create the most benefit and the least risk for the company as a whole.
My name's Serena. I work as a senior quantity surveyor. I've been with Tilbury Douglas almost 9 years now. I've had 6 years with the construction division, and then I've had a further 3 years with the Paragon fit-out team. Both of them have been based in central London. Day-to-day duties deal with contract law, financial management, and monitoring progress on site, interacting with the operations teams as well, and also dealing with people like Nikki when I need materials and procurement.
Right, so it crosses over.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, this is the first time we've met in person today. But like I say, we work quite closely together, even though we're opposite sides of the country. So yeah,
You're on like email.
Yeah,
on the
many
emails,
teams call.
All the teams calls.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love to know, what do you think has contributed to the influx of women becoming more and more into the construction
I'd love
industry?
to know what
Things are becoming more publicly available, it's more accessible, and also I'm going to draw on experience from a friend of mine who's a physics teacher at an all-girls school. She actually studied mathematics in Oxford, and a lot of the girls there, they look up to her and go, oh, you went to Oxford, you've accomplished this, you're a very good teacher, and they start looking at sciences in that they're more accessible to them, whereas before they weren't. So I think it is more just a general availability.
Right, how do you think Tilbury Douglas stand out as an employer?
I would say Tilbury Douglas, it's a large enough firm that you've got different avenues, you can branch out and explore different areas, and you can get a lot of experience, but also it is, in a way, it's still small enough that you're not just a number.
That's so important.
I don't know
Sometimes
what
you
your
feel like you're
experience
forgotten
is.
about
Oh no,
or something.
absolutely, I do. I absolutely agree. I'm really sort of impressed by Tilbury Douglas. I feel like they really support their staff, and they look to progress from within and nurture the talent that they have. The region that I come from, most people working there have been there for 30, 40 years. They've come from leaving school and they've worked their way up through the business. I think that's so commendable.
And it says a lot, doesn't it, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it speaks volumes for the company as a whole. So that's why I'm pleased to be here. You know, I think it's really commendable the way they nurture their staff.
What would you like to see in the future of construction?
Obviously, with the developments in technology, there's a lot more focus on, for example, artificial intelligence and how that can be implemented to streamline construction projects, which is meant to save time, save money, while not compromising the quality. But I feel there still needs to be a focus and emphasis on the actual people and the skills and the workforce, because without them, the projects can't be completed.
Now, for the third session, we're going to be talking about how to get your career started. And I'm joined by two new guests. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, can you introduce yourselves and tell me a bit about your role?
So I'm Rosie. I'm a graduate construction manager, which involves sort of rotating around different departments. So at the moment I'm in a site management role, so assisting a site manager.
And I'm Lisa. I'm the recruitment manager for Tilbury Douglas. So I oversee all the recruitment for the three main business streams, which is infrastructure, regional building, and also engineering and central functions.
Can we talk a bit about that sort of process, what the process is like for you, and also what an applicant can sort of expect from that process?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so as a graduate, so I graduated from university this summer. I did civil engineering, so we start applying from November, December of your third year, so that's answering the questions, sending that off, wait a little bit, get through that, and then you've got assessments, so personality, I think there was a literacy and a numeracy, if that's correct, like an assessment centre, and then an actual interview.
First of all, it's research. Have a look at the roles. Make sure that you are researching Tilbury Douglas and that you're finding out more about what we do as a company. Because obviously then for the pre-application questions, you'll be able to answer them a lot more with sort of better answers, because you'll have a better understanding of what we do and also what the roles are. Make sure that you're actually applying for the company that you want to work for. We have got some great values as a company, which I'm sure will align with your values as well. So again, do your research on the company. Make sure it fits. Make sure that you're looking. We have got loads of information in terms of career path opportunities. So again, where do you want to go? Do you have any thoughts and ideas what that looks like? Make sure it aligns with your sort of future plans. It's very much a two-way street. It's all about, it's not just about what we want. It's making sure that that is the same. We give out all the information, the applicant is able to make an informed decision and the right decision. This is a crucial point. This is very much the start of their career. So it's making sure they're making the right decisions. So we have to make sure that we give all the information, which I think we do really well.
I'd love to talk about, why do we think it's so important to have these conversations around women in construction?
I don't know if people understand sort of the breadth of opportunities that construction can bring. I know that I certainly wasn't aware of it before I worked in this sector. And coming into construction, for me, it was like, oh my goodness me, it was like opening Pandora's box, because all of a sudden there was all these opportunities and challenges, but new challenges, and it was really exciting. That has not changed. It has got even better. And I think that all young women just beginning to start their career should always think about what's all the opportunities open to them.
Thanks so much for watching. If you want more information, make sure you check the description for more details.